Mrs. What are you doing today?
Wheat planting day. Continue.
Oh, and I can see you have also some apples here.
Do you know why we are continuing?
Nope.
We planted the other time on a Saturday
Yes.
and on a Wednesday,
Yes.
found the weeds right in the ground. Those are less than how many days, Laban?
5.
Less than 5 days.
So as you can see now, the ones we planted on Saturday, they're up, doing very well, very well. This one was in between the dragon fruit, and today Madam Lina is planting in between the apples. Yes, Rania, so you have peace in between, eh?
Yes. So as I was saying, less than 5 days, we have our wheat already out of the ground. And the fact that we intercrop the other side with dragon fruit. Remember we said what we learned from the sunflower is we avoid the long plants that are taller than our fruit. So here we have our apples and we are also adding the wheat. We already did the peas, the minji as Laban calls them. Now we are doing wheat in between so that every space of the land has been utilized. Why we are doing this is because of the increased rainfall. They have changed the name. It's no longer El Nino. It is increased.
Intense.
There is an increased magnitude of rain, but it is not El Nino. We have seen we have too much water, and what we have also seen, we might not reap as much as we thought from our maize, because as you can see from here, this maize has already started to flower when it was barely my height. And the effects of the continuous rainfall is this. Because of too much water, they are just, what is it this called? Drying up or rotting while they are still quite young. If you open them, they still have not populated the husk. So we saw that the maize this time, unless by the time they are flowering it has started, the rain has become minimal, we might not get as much as we wanted. So what we have tried to do, or the different kind of planting that we are trying to do, is to change with the weather. The nation or the world has really had global effects, global warming effects, and trends and tides are not as we are used to them. So the time that you expect rainfall, the rainfall is not coming, and the time that, like for now, it's supposed to be a dry season or a sunny season where we expect fruiting, flowering and fruiting, we are not seeing that because of the too much water. So actually what they are doing is just extending their vegetative leaves, because there's too much rain at the moment. Even if they were flowering, the problem we would have had is aborting because of too much rainfall. So what we decided to do, more of the crops that are favorable in the wet season than the crops that are favorable in the dry season. So that's why we have added our wheat for this time. That's why we are doing a lot of vegetables. And the effect that we used to have there, that I was telling you, our maize was also turning yellow. Again, it is because of heavy rainfall. So what we have come to learn as new farmers in the industry, not everything can be documented, and you cannot understand the effect of the climate in this side might not be the same effect in the climate where you are. Just take time, as my partner Laban usually says, take time to learn the system. After you have learned and understood, I told you, the farm will speak to you, the plants will speak to you. After you've understood your farm, then you'll be able to know what is doing well, what is not doing well. So let's continue. We want to continue again to add. We harvested our beetroots. We want again to add there more of the wheat. And we hope that by January, when it is back to sunny, we'll be able to see abundant harvest in our wheat. So stay tuned as we continue with our planting. So for us, the cucumbers that we thought were having a problem with spacing, the problem was that they were not tied up. These were our kales. They're 1 month. In between we have beans, we have done mulching. Then we have our row of onions, spring onions. And after that we have our groundnuts at the end, but they're still young. So basically this is our vegetable garden. We have our peas and our oranges, which have been intercropped, and we have now done wheat at this part so that we maximize the utilization of the land. Farmer Laban is still doing more of the tying up of our cucumbers. The yellow part are the flowers, so we have significant flowering in our cucumbers. This was the first ones that we had already tied them up. You see the way they're looking healthy, and the cucumbers are also big than the ones which were still lying down. This is also the second part of our wheat that we did a week ago. It took exactly 4 days for them to come out of the soil, so it really encouraged us. The reason we are doing more of the wheat. Now finally we have our hearse. The hearse, one of the hearse of avocado is the one which did well, and as you can see, the effect of so much water and rain on our maize, the reason for the browning. So basically that has been our Saturday or a weekend at the farm. Thank you for subscribing and sharing. Until next time, we have been your faithful hosts, Kamix Organic and Tropical Farms. Thank you.